Have you ever felt so angry that you can actually feel it in your body? Or have you ever felt so sad that you can actually feel your chest pain? So emotions don't just live in your head. Many people always tell me it's all in my head, but you feel it in your body too, and it affects your body. So what if we can do something about those emotions before they actually make us sick? In this video, I'm going to explore how emotions are connected to sickness, and how we can use creativity to actually express our emotions. So I'm not saying you need to become an artist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I think people are more creative than what they actually realize. You need to become a little playful again. And something, if you're painting or something, maybe it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It doesn't even have to be something that you put on your wall. But painting it and expressing it, it activates a different part of your brain. Because sometimes talk therapy, you can talk as much as you want to, but because that emotion is not in the logical part of the brain, you can't really express it into words. You can't articulate it. So talking about it is not getting it out. But something like, say, dancing or scribbling on a piece of paper or painting, that's a different part of the brain. It's not, you don't have to speak about it. And sometimes that helps the emotion that you can't actually put into words. It helps that come out. As a doctor, I've realized a lot of the times patients need to let go. You know, like Elsa from Frozen, let it go, let it go. But it's easier said than done. Often I've seen the same cluster of diseases, and when I ask the patient, when did it start or what happened, and you ask a little bit deeper, you get the story. And the story is often about emotions, about relationships often. So it's actually that event or that sadness made them sick. For example, a lot of the times I've seen the patients that I saw with congestive cardiac failure. So that's literally their heart is failing. So their heart muscle gets weaker. So on an X-ray, you actually see the heart muscle, the heart looks bigger, but it's not because it's bigger, it's because the muscle is weaker. And then you see their feet swell as well. You can see a pulsation here. They're usually very tired as well. But people don't really ask often, when did it start and why did it start? But when you start asking, it's very interesting. So a lot of the patients that I saw with congestive cardiac failure, they could specifically tell me it started after my husband passed away, or it started after my child was in a motor accident. So there's always, I'm not saying there's always something specific that you can say, but often congestive cardiac failure, like heart failure, was something that they lost someone very close to them. And a lot of different illnesses have something to do with the relationship or the emotional aspect. And if you think about it, if you are angry, it's not just in your head. Anger actually tightens your muscles. You can tighten your jaw as well. You can feel your heart racing. And then if you don't do anything about it and you keep on feeling it, and eventually you don't actually allow yourself to be aware that you're feeling it, then it can go somewhere in the body. It's not, for me, so far-fetched. Science is also, like, they can actually show that certain emotions release certain chemicals, and it makes your body a certain chemistry. So it's not a far-fetched way of thinking about it. And I also want to ask, real health. What is real health actually? Is it when my Garmin tells me that my body battery is 100%? Or is it when my VO2 max is in excellent? Or is it when I feel happy? Or is it when my blood pressure is regulated? Or is it when my glucose is good? For me, true health is yes, you feel physically good, but also you are at peace with yourself, with who you are. You are accepting of things around you. You can feel it in yourself. It feels like peace. So I like to call it joy, because it's not happiness that's, because of something. It's almost like an acceptance and a deeper peace. And often it's also a feeling of a connection with other people and with the environment, with nature, and things around you. So I made little crib notes here, but I don't think I'm actually even following them. What I want you to do is start recognizing when you feel a certain emotion. Where do you feel it? For example, some people feel it in their jaw. Their jaw starts, they can feel it here, or they get headaches, stomach symptoms. Stomach symptoms are very common in children that can't express their emotions yet. And obviously, my one, emotional eating, when you feel something, but instead of sitting with that discomfort, you go and see what's in the fridge and eat it all up. Or fatigue, you just get tired. It's almost as if you can't deal with it. You just get tired. And some people's breathing changes. So your breathing is something that you can actually control. So even if you're not really aware of it, of anything that you're feeling, you can always sit and you can just feel your breathing. Are you breathing fast? Are you breathing shallow? And what you can do, you take a breath in and count to 4. And you breathe out for 8. And often you can feel just in that breath, there is a bit of a release. So creativity can help because it allows you to express. And obviously people have different ways. You can drum, but you don't even have to have a drum. You can use a Tupperware buck, or you can dance around your living room, or you can take a pencil and you can scribble stuff out. Or some people like to write about it. But be creative. If you have lower back pain that might be from chronic stress or financial worries, write about it. Let it out. Even if you don't do anything with those pieces of paper, just doing it, just letting it out is already something. Or if you can't tell someone something, write a letter to them. You don't even have to give them the letter. Sometimes if you think about it over and over in your head, it doesn't come out. And once it's out, it's easier to see it. You can also sing, you can hum, you can color in. There's so many different ways to be creative. Even gardening is a way of being creative. So creativity is not about performance. It's not about being the best dancer or drawing an amazing picture. It's just about getting it out and becoming a little bit more playful and connecting with yourself and with others and with nature. So creativity, I think, can definitely make you healthier.